Hello, Mr. Pradyut. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Griffith. What about you?
I'm also doing fine, man. So before we start our interview, why don't you just introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay, like my name is Pradeep Banchaldari. Like I was born in Bangladesh, but I was past my like a long time in UK and Sweden. Like I had passed my whole life in the UK and Sweden, and then I just moved back to Dubai. So yeah, like now I'm settled in Dubai.
So you have been
So
roaming around the world for a while now.
yeah, it's been like a huge, long time traveling around all the world.
That's a very nice house you have. Looks amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So before we jump into your overall trading strategy, trading experience, and all the discipline that you follow, why don't you just tell us a bit about your trading experience so far? How it all started? How is it going so far? Everything.
Okay, so like basically I started trading on the 2009 on the
Mm-hmm.
time of recessions, so like on the stock market recessions, global economical crisis. On that time, actually, I started my stock investments, like when it
Mm-hmm.
was like a very bad market, and I was thinking it was the right time to enter in the market because
Mm-hmm.
everything was bear market at that time. So that's how actually I started trading on stocks and everything. And back in 2013, actually, I started officially trading forex and the commodities
Mm-hmm.
because like those times was like really nice for the industrial market time. So it was like quite nice and moment of those times like we had started a nice market monitoring system. Also Wall Street also recognized a lot of market. Also in UK we had a very big company called Plus 500, one of the
Yeah.
biggest broker houses over there. Like they also introduced the system for the first official forex trading system online, and it was like pretty much amazing to work with us. Yeah, that's how I actually started the journey with investing, and then I just love it, man.
So you started your trading journey back in 2009, and you started forex trading forex and indices in 2013. Am I correct?
Yeah,
So it's been more than I think 13 years. It's been
they,
a very long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
You are a veteran in this market, man. It's been a very long time.
I don't know, but yeah, maybe.
All right. So how has been the experience so far? What was the hardest obstacle you had to face to become a successful trader?
uh, the first obstacle, I think it was like best obstacle for everyone, like emotion controlling.
Controlling your emotions.
Because like yeah, like controlling your emotions. I think this is one of the hardest parts ever, every time. Like you're doing right or wrong, doesn't matter, but you are like going with your emotion. But at the end of the day, market doesn't run with your emotion.
Exactly.
So, so like market doesn't care what you're doing. Like they don't care. So like
Yeah.
like that's the most obstacles I believe, and over trading. That's also another important thing. Over trading, like when are people like doing over trading to recover the losses, or like because like our mental psychology is like, oh, I made a loss of $100, so let's make take trade like the size of double trade, and that's making us actually more losses. So I think
Exactly.
like these are obstacles in the industry for all of us.
Yeah. So over trading and I suppose psychology. These are the two things that basically that these are the two main obstacles that you basically faced in your trading journey. What are the things that
Right.
you did to overcome these obstacles?
Mhm. Oh, like when I think like every time like I trade, like we have a limit every day, loss limit. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever happened, like if my stat is going wrong, I had hit at the stop loss, just
Mm-hmm.
stay out of market for that day. Go out, take rest, take chill, go for travel, enjoy your life, come back next day.
All
So
right.
like don't lose your passions.
So it has been a while in the market. 2009.
Yeah.
Now it's 2022. So do you remember your first trade?
Oh yeah, I do remember. It was my first date was buying oil.
Buying oil. So how did it went?
Yeah.
How did it go?
Oh, it went really well. Like also another time it went so well after the COVID. When the COVID started, when the market got crashed, and after that
Yeah.
also it was a very nice place for buy.
Amazing, amazing. So back then it was basically based on speculation, I suppose, because when someone who's a newbie in trading,
Mhm.
they basically don't know about the in and outs of the market. But now,
Yeah.
as you've grew some experience, so if you could simply point out the key differences between your first trade and the most recent trade that you have executed.
Okay, it's like easy to understand because on the first time I was kind of like a newbie. Yeah, like I
Mm-hmm.
was watching the chart, but I was actually not understanding how the chart is working. It's like
Yeah,
zigzag, like heartbeat is going on in the market.
yeah,
So I was just thinking, okay, like there could be some news, like can push the price up of oil. Like I was not even sure. I was not even don't know how to check the previous data and everything. I was
mm-hmm.
like, okay, let's just take it.
Yeah,
It was kind of like 50-50 gambling, honestly. It was like kind of like 50-50 gambling. But now for like take even on that time actually I was not never afraid to take a trade. But for now it's so different. Even like taking any trade before I like love to check all the hourly candles, 4 candles, even on the day candles, what's going on in the previous historical year, the news is effect, what's gonna be news are coming on, what could be effect, like a lot of things are concerned
yeah.
now. So I think it's changed a lot of structures in the trading strategy all the time because I think for the newbie at least they need to study a lot first because
Exactly.
we all are not that much lucky. Like with a trade, we can make profit. Even it could be happen. We will lose all of our money there.
Yeah. So it all started from taking 50-50 chances to become a successful trader. So
Mostly.
in this entire journey, the thing that I suppose helped you mostly was your trading strategy. So can you share your trading strategy with our audience?
Oh yeah, sure, I can.
All right.
Let me share my screen. Okay. 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 So first of all, actually, Rifat, like every day, what I do, and I love your interface by the way, on the front text, like that how the news are coming real
Yeah,
time
yeah.
here. It helps me a lot. So like remove any other pages for any other websites to check it out. So first of all, my daily routine is check all the news that are coming today,
Mm-hmm.
all the impacted news. Like examples, like we have an upcoming news here, also so much news. So I do first of all these things. Then especially I love sometimes gold. So yeah, like this is kind of my gold chart is opening here.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to also follow 4 hour candle because like gold is always volatile currency. For me, I'd say it's one of the most volatile pair ever in the commodity market who can move every day 20 to 30 points, even more than 40 points in a single day.
Yeah.
So I always take care like about the 4 hour breakout system because like I always understand was this support and resistance line I was maintaining. Like when I see like that kind of like chart break, I wait for the confirmation for the another couple of hours. At least I wait another 2 candle to get the confirmation. And after getting 2 candle confirmation, I love to see the entry. But when we're especially trading on gold, I also rely with the news too. Because like
All right.
special there's a news because like example we know as per the technical analysis market could go down and everything but after news effect could be something different like example there is a news coming on 100 bps the 100 bps if that is wrong the technical won't be work that much of that time so on that time actually we have to work with the market scenario and I always tell people even we look for the 1 hour candle like just wait for at least we candle we have to wait for the big candle confirmation like is it going down or not because like if we just like max of the time we made the mistake we take trade on the middle we
Yeah.
take like trade on the middle like when market is very flat very ergonomics we just like okay I like now we think okay now it can be go on the scale better to get the confirmation 100% because when we are working with funded next we are always keeping remember I have a daily loss limit of
Exactly.
5%. So it's better to minimize your risk by taking low risk and win the most powerful stuff. So let's wait for like we don't need to take trade every day like 10 trade or 20 trades. I believe like we can just take 1 trade or 2 trades in a day to make your whole day. And it's super good. Like example, I was remembering the last day when gold was over there before the weekend, like
Yeah.
1740 effect of the news of EU. So like it was supposed not to got that much break, but still I was waiting until 17:30 the return because it was similar to the bull candle, the same range. And after the second candle, I was pretty much confirmed, okay, now we can take a sell, at least until 17:15. So it was quite nice here. Yeah, so like my strategies are pretty simple. Wait for 4 hours candle, get confirmation, take it. And also if you're trading on gold, must check news, 100%.
All right. So basically, if I understood correctly, you start observing the market. You basically start from the 4 hour time frame, and following on, you check all the news, and you mainly trade gold as your primary currency pair. As you're trading based on support and resistance levels, what are the other confirmations that you look for while executing a trade? Don't you go to the lower time frame?
Yeah, obviously, we should go for the lower time frame and higher time frame. That's why I told you, like I go even for checking for the monthly range, even yearly range, to check all the time frame because it's very much important. Like what was the highest and lowest time frame? Also, I always look at the channel support, like the channel. Like every time it is kind of like a channel. If we see like it's kind of channel creation every time. Like if you see the future graph, there was a very big channel zone here. Now there's a new channel zone now here. We are waiting. Also over here was another channel, like all were like the channel. But ultimately the channel is full of downtrends from last couple of months. But I think here like people are doing a lot of mistakes. Like they think like gold are going up, but actually unofficially it's not gonna work because like it's just like going downtrend.
Yeah.
As channel support.
Yeah. And the way I see it, it's consistently creating lower lows and lower highs, and it's consistently giving us some break of structure, bearish break of structures. So I suppose it's right at this moment, it's better to watch the market for everyone who is planning to go long.
Yeah, because before also we have to also concern about the Ukraine-Russian war, because even most of the market is now moving out unnatural condition due to Ukraine-Russian war. So like we just not only look in the technical part, because like when there is a very big news movement, market strategy could be changed in the right way.
Exactly, and in this market you can.
Gold was super high.
You can never actually guess what's gonna happen. And during the COVID, who knew? Who thought that in 2020 gold is gonna reach all-time highs? No one knew about it.
And also, never imagined oil could be cut for zero.
Yeah, no one knew about it. No one saw it coming. All right. So yeah.
Fortunate chance within 45 years, people like who made the buy. Perfect entry on the oil and gold buy in the COVID-19. Actually, they were one of the most gainer in the market from that time.
Exactly. So while you were observing the gold charts, while you were drawing on the gold chart to execute a trade, what's your average stop loss in those trades?
Oh, actually, my studies are pretty much simple. Like whenever I take my SL on the 5 points, like my take profit is 1:3, so I took average 15 points on TP, and my SL is 5 points because the for gold 5 points is in super like 50 pips, so it is super high. So that's why I always take like 5 points with the base support line. So like I don't want to move more farther. And if there's hit my 5 point, I'm good. And still wait to hit my TP until 10 to 15 points. That's it.
Sometimes we can see that due to volume, the candle size increases. Let's say previously when the Ukraine-Russian war got started, we saw that the candle size, due to the volume, it just increased a lot. So how do you manage? How do you manage in these changing market scenarios with these tight stop losses? Because 5 points in gold is not actually that much. How do you cope up with your strategy in those moments?
Okay. First of all, let me tell you my trading station. I usually station because on the US station market has a lot of movement and everything. But I like after Asian station and the UK station, like mid of the UK station, before starting the US. I love to stay out of market on the US station from the gold especially. Because if you see like in the Australian station and the Japan station, on the Asian station, gold has a very less movement. Like they
Yeah,
have only 10 to 15 points average movement.
yeah.
So like who's the one to play safe? I think this is the right time to enter on the gold because like even in the US station, if there any news come and anything impact, and
Mm-hmm.
if there is a high volatile news impact, market would move more than 30 to 40 points. Yeah, obviously, if you know you will gain more, but also you're taking more risk. Because as I'm saying, like I'm taking 5 point risk. It's not that much for gold. It's like very penny. So if we take like 5 points risk in the Asian station, the Eco station, it's quite nice, yeah. But on that time, market doesn't move that much. And also, actually, you can understand about the future trade because, like, as your market, even like in Funded Next, we are not allowed to do the news trading. So if we don't allow, we are not allowed to do the news trading. So that means we have to take the trade before the news come out. So I think it's always better to put the tight SL all the time for the gold, like very tight SL,
So how did you understand?
at
How
least
did
two.
you, yeah, sorry for interrupting. How did you came to this conclusion that in Asian session, it's the best session suited for you. The Asian session is the best suited session for you. I suppose you already traded during London and US, and you went through some of the losses. So can you share your story with us about that?
Yeah, because like this sometimes like as like most of the time my stop loss is like kind of very small, 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when the UK or US market has very high news, it's getting more volatile with high spread. Also,
Yeah.
like it has a very high volume of trading structure. So that happens, like it's just like example, your strategy was perfect, your analysis was perfect, but still you got stop loss just due to spike.
Yeah.
And you don't want to move your SL obviously because like you don't want to move your stop loss, so you had hit at the stop loss. Like most of the time it happened with me, like I got a spike, it got hit a stop loss and then hit at my TP. So that's why I usually stay out, and actually I don't trade even in the opening hours. I wait for the 1 hour at least to go after market open in every candle.
All right. So, as you've said about hitting stop losses and just making a market giving you spikes and grabbing all the liquidities. So, how do you manage your emotions when your trades are hitting stop losses constantly and you are going through a losing streak?
I'll just take some rest.
You just take some rest.
You like take some rest, clear your head, start analyzing again. What was the fault? Why it was hitting? Like, don't do any more trade for today. It doesn't matter because it can be one bad day for you, but it doesn't
Yeah,
mean if you have a one bad day that means it will be a continuous bad day for a whole month.
exactly.
Actually, we're getting lessons when we're hitting stop loss. We can find out why we did it,
Exactly.
and
So,
it's a huge market. Yeah.
all right. So you have been in this market for a while now. You started trading in 2009, and then you
Yeah.
started forex and indices trading in 2013. So when did you actually hear about us, and what inspired you to join Funded Next?
Oh, like Funded Next, actually, I would love to say this thanks to CEO and everyone. So, like, when I was watching about the project over the Facebook and everywhere, like, it was super nice. Like, the platform is like kind of very nice. And when Funded Next came up with a very nice offers to the people, like what never other platform never offered to anyone, like 15% for the demo phase refund, and like also the bi-weekly map out. Also, like they have nice customer support, by the way. So like,
Mm-hmm.
and also like, end of the day, it's not your fund. If you're a good trader, it's not your fund. The Funded Next is giving their fund to you to handle their fund, like a money
Mm-hmm.
manager, and you are handling their fund and you are making good money. So it's kind of super nice and awesome.
All right. That sounds amazing. And so you have said a lot of things. Among all these things, what's the thing you like most about Funded Next?
Oh, the most actually, like there are a lot of points about the Funded Next, but the most thing I think the design structure, like what funded next, the planning and upgrading every month. Like they always talk 30-second rules, like they're upgrading every time and they're listening to the users. Like when users are recommending something, they're actually listening to them and they're trying to implement that thing to the market. It's not like other platforms, like they just do like, oh no, like Funded Next love to listen from the users and their traders, and then they also love to go with the traders. It's so nice.
We're in this place only because of you guys, and we can't thank our traders enough, because the amount of appreciation that we get every day, every single day from our users, from in the Discord server, starting from the Discord server to our Trustpilot reviews everywhere. And the place that we hold today, the rapid growth that we have ensured for us and for our traders, it's only possible for your love. So thanks, and shout out to every trader who's been using Funded Next, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks so much, Rupert.
So we're already at the conclusion part of the interview, and before concluding this interview, do you have any tips and tricks you'd like to share with our fellow traders?
Just one thing actually, you and me already discussed, like it's better to control your emotion, because you can make money if one day, even very smallly, you can make money whole year. So you don't need to make money in a one day.
Controlling your emotions, because the market isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, market isn't going anywhere anyway.
Thanks a lot for having this conversation with us and sharing your valuable feedbacks and insights with our fellow traders. And we hope to see you very soon once again. Thank you, Mr. Kritil.
Thank you.
Thanks to everyone for watching. We'll come again with another brand new episode. Till then, stay safe and take care.